It's Wednesday, May 29th at 7:52 in the morning, and the dogs and I have come over to the Cataraqui Trail at Perth Road, and we're going to walk east from here. It's a cool morning after yesterday's rains. It's only 11 degrees centigrade right now, but it is supposed to get up to about 18, 19 degrees today, so it should turn out nice eventually. It's actually nice right now, it's just a bit cool. A little bit of high cloud still from yesterday left over, but it's becoming mostly sunny. So it should be a nice day for a walk. Fairly stiff little east breeze right now. Maybe that'll diminish too, I don't know, but we'll see. This is a beautiful section of the trail. Haven't been here for a while, so thought I'd come over and see how far we get. I'm hoping to walk to Garter Lake today on this trail. The only issue is that it's a 10-kilometer walk each way, so I'll be looking at 20 kilometers. The birds are pretty actively singing, so that's a nice sign, and hopefully we'll get a good bird list as we go along here today. We're coming up the little hill that leads us up to a Pinnacon road. Look both ways before you cross the road, because this can be a busy road. (8:20) and we're just crossing Maple Leaf Road, and we're at 24 species of birds. The birds have been a little slow. They've been singing good, but just not a huge number of species yet. But I'm sure things will improve as the day warms up a bit. Yeah, it's nice to keep out in that sun when it's cool like this. When you're in the shade, it feels quite cool. I'm just looking at a Sandhill Crane flying over the trail. That's nice to see. I was wondering if I might hear those out here, because I think I have in the past. Beautiful, just by himself, heading north. Well, we've walked 3.5 kilometers and just under an hour, and we've got 39 species of birds to this point. So the list is going up gradually. To this point, haven't seen anyone else on the trail after an hour of walking. I've said it before when walking along trails like this that are little used at certain times of the year and day. And you can imagine yourself walking along here at almost any point in history, just enjoying the scenery without any other additional distractions or noise. So it's just around 9:15, and after an hour and 27 minutes of walking, we've reached McGillivray Road, and I probably should head back from here, but I think I'll keep going because the trail gets even more scenic up ahead. Yeah, to this point we have 50 species of birds, so that's good. The list is going up gradually, and we've walked 5.35 kilometers. And as I said at the start, I think it's probably another 5 or so kilometers to where I'm trying to get to if we go the full distance. And I probably shouldn't, but I guess you live for the moment. See a couple water snakes on the trail just up in front of Zoe there. I was wondering why this snake hadn't left, and I think it's just because it's not seeing very well. It looks like it's about to shed its skin, and the eyes are turned quite milky. And he's just sitting here on the trail. I'm sure he's aware that we're here, but maybe not too threatened. Okay, now we're coming into the more rocky section. Some fairly steep rock cliffs along here, and wetlands on the one side and lakes on the one side and rocky cliffs on the other. Very pretty. And there's even a little cave down here that you can go down to and look into. Something beautiful about walking through an older swamp. We can just see the edge of one here with the big silver maples coming out of the water. And I just love the contrast of the big crowns of the trees and the shade and the dappled sunlight with the water reflection as well. Here's the standoff between Zoe and a water snake. It's right under her here, looking at her, just holding still. And she doesn't know quite what to make of it. Unfortunately, another turtle nest dug up, probably by raccoons. It seems that very few of the eggs ever survive. And here's an egg laying in progress. I won't stay too long to disturb her. Yeah, so walking 2 hours and 7.13 kilometers, and we're sitting here on the shore of Stonehouse Lake looking south. Just a beautiful view. I thought I'd take a rest, and I think it's another 3 kilometers to Garter Lake, so I'll have to see after this little break what I feel like. Some nice wood lilies in bloom here amongst the poison ivy. Okay, 9:57, and we've just had our brief little rest, and I'm continuing to walk east. Probably a foolish move, but I'll go for a while. Of course, that's the problem when you're walking an out and back trail. Every distance you walk out, you gotta walk back. So even though 3 kilometers further doesn't sound like much, it's also 3 kilometers back just to get to where we are now. Never mind the 7 kilometers I still have to do from here. There's a fool born every minute, I guess. Still haven't seen anyone else on the trail after 2 hours of walking. So that's what I like about getting out here early. On a weekday in particular, you don't tend to see too many people. Luna, the big protector from the deer. Well, it's really nice to have a coolish day to do this hike. You wouldn't want to be doing it in 27 or 30 degrees. I have done that before, and it's not really that pleasant, especially later in the summer when you have all the deer flies all over you. There haven't been any deer flies today that I've seen yet, no mosquitoes even, which makes it really pleasant for walking out here. Just beautiful now, probably getting up around 17 degrees maybe, 16, 17. A little warmer in the sun, but couldn't ask for a nicer hiking day right now. That's why I'm going for it here. This is the long straight stretch approaching Garter Lake. At 10:24 and just 9 kilometers in now, and we've just reached the western end of Garter Lake. And I usually like to walk up to the middle section just to get a better view. I guess in the end it'll probably be about 9.5 kilometers. I think in the past I have gone right out to the 10 kilometer mark, but I may take it a bit shorter today. Okay, it's 10:32 and we've walked 9.5 kilometers to our last point on Garter Lake that we're going to stop at and turn around. It's been a beautiful hike, and the view here is what I remembered, so this is as far as I really want to go. I could go to the other end of the lake and make it probably 10 kilometers, but I'm not going to bother. I've seen enough today to enjoy it immensely. And I think at this point, yeah, we've been walking for 161 minutes, and I've got, what is it here? 57 species of birds. So we'll see if I manage to collect any others on the way back. Homeward bound we go, homeward bound. Will I make it? Time will tell, I guess. You can see all the turtles down there basking on the logs. And for that whole walk out to where I stopped, and so far on the way back, still haven't seen anyone on the trail. Ah, that's when it's nice, folks. That's when it's nice. Me, myself, and I, and the dogs. Can't get better than that. .11:06 and I'm back at Stonehouse Lake. We're scooting along pretty good here. We're not stopping a lot. I just want to make sure I can get back without various appendages falling off here. I guess my dreams of one day walking the Appalachian Trail are long since gone. As I understand it, on that trail, if you're doing it in the one season like most people do, or at least like most people attempt to do, you're basically walking from March or April, I think, till September or October. And you're averaging 15 miles a day, I believe it is, which is probably about 20 some kilometers, with your backpack on and all the reserves you need for much of the trail. That's a fair amount of work every day, non-stop, and camping outside too, in all kinds of weather. Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing that. Just take another little break here at Stonehouse Lake, just for a few minutes. Let the joints recover. Man, it's a beautiful day though. Couldn't be in a nicer location, I don't think. Hello. Nice day.
It's a lovely day.
So at 11:15, those are the first two people I've seen on the trail. Got the dogs down in the little cave area to get some water here. Don't go too far that way, you guys. So 11:37 now, and we're back at McGillivray Road. So I think that means we've got about 5.5 kilometers left, if I remember right. Just came across this nice gray rat snake on the trail. Just coming out to sunbathe a bit, I guess. Nice sized one, probably 4.5 feet, I'm guessing, just looking at it. Nice rich coloration. Getting into his striking pose now that I've gotten down on his level a bit more. I won't push you anymore, buddy. I just wanted to get some pictures. He's really raising up just like a cobra, and he's rattling his tail, or her tail, I'm not sure which. It's okay, I'm not trying to hurt you. Well, that's always a nice surprise to find a gray rat snake. I tried to push him off the trail as best I could. It's sort of wet ditches on each side. And I know he wanted to come out and sunbathe, and generally he's fairly safe here, but all it takes is one biker to come up on him and not see him and run him over. So hopefully he'll veer off the trail now that we've pestered him a little bit, but you never know. You do what you can and you hope for the best, I guess. Beautiful snake though. Well, we just crossed Maple Leaf Road again at 12:33, so we've got about a 10-minute walk, I think, to get up to Pinnacon Road. And then it's about 20 to 25 minutes past there to where we parked the car, so we're getting there. Not too much further now. Well, that wasn't even 10 minutes to a Pinnacon Road, maybe more like 5. And we're just coming up to it now here. And down the other slope from a Pinnacon Road. So 12:54 now, and we're within sight of Perth Road, probably about 500 or 600 meters away. So we're getting there, and I don't feel that bad. Actually, I've got some twinges in my hips and knees and things, but other than that, and a periodic feeling of paralysis in my left leg that almost makes me drop to the ground. Other than that, I don't feel too bad, so I guess I should be pretty happy with that. Anyhow, I'll continue on here and update you on the species count when I get a bit closer. Okay, I'll probably finish up the video here before I get too close to the highway, just so the noise doesn't get too extreme. So it's just coming up to 1 o'clock, so that'll be 5 hours to complete that 19 or 19 and a half kilometers of walking. And we ended up with 62 species of birds, and I'll try to include the list here in the video, perhaps, if I can figure out a decent way to do it. Anyhow, it's been a great hike. I hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you've been able to stick through right to the end of the video and not sign off after 2 minutes of watching, because sometimes the best stuff, as you've seen in this video, sometimes that's right near the end of the video or 3/4 of the way through the video. You never know where you're going to find it. So whenever you watch one of my videos, you better watch the whole thing straight through, because you never know where the good parts are going to be. Catch you later. Goodbye. The last 100 meters, and we've broken out from the shade of the forest to the daylight of false reality and human structure. There will be no more peace today, folks. No more peace in the valley. So it looks like there's a few other souls here enjoying this false reality of nature as well. Not just myself. There's a few other people out here doing the same. Good on them. Catch you later.